You like drinking out of that sink, don't you? Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I just went, me and my friend John Walkwitz went out to movies to see a movie and get something to grab something to eat, and we saw Hardcore Henry. And this movie is awesome. I mean, it just came out. It came out yesterday, and it's one of the very first person perspective movies, like a video game, like Call of Duty or something like that. And you see everything from this. I mean, you see things the way you normally see them in real life, and it was really awesome. One disclaimer: if you have motion sickness, I probably won't recommend it. Or it seemed like it kind of screwed up my sense of direction a little bit. Or maybe that's just because I'm getting old. I don't know. But it's an awesome movie, and it starts out, and this guy, he wakes up, and he's all screwed up, and he gets like a robotic arm and a robotic foot put on, and he has all these powers and stuff like that, and he's like completely robotic pretty much, and he escapes these guys that want to use him and these bad guys, and he's fighting bad guys the whole time, and it's super bloody. I mean, because some people are talking about how violent and bloody Deadpool was. This is a million times more bloody than that. Like at the beginning, they show like a montage of people getting killed, and they had one guy, and they show a knife going in through his one side of the neck and out the other. They had some really awesome stuff. They had a great sense of humor in the movie. Even though there's a part where there's one army guy helping him out. His name's Jimmy, and Jimmy is like, you see Jimmy throughout the whole movie in different ways, in different forms. And the part with the gentleman he was obeying orders was going into Monty Python type character. This movie is completely over the top. If you thought Crank 2 was nuts, this movie is really crazy. It's awesome though. I loved it. Like I said, if you get motion sickness, I probably really wouldn't recommend you see this, but I mean, aside from that, it's awesome. I love the movie. I don't give away spoilers, but it ends real abruptly. If you ever saw American Werewolf in London, remember how the abrupt ending, where it showed one thing and then all of a sudden the credits. It's kind of like this, and we stayed for the whole credits. We thought there'd be something else. There really wasn't, except for like a little teeny soundbite. And then one other thing is, most of the actors I don't know. The only actor I knew in the movie is Tim Roth, and you'll see starring Tim Roth. He's only in it for basically he's one scene. They play a little bit of the scene at the beginning, and then they have like 2 or 3 sound bites throughout the movie, and then they have like the whole scene towards the end that he was in. But that was it. He's not barely in the movie at all. Set in Russia, and there's lots of subtitles, but it's not all subtitles. And one thing is, it doesn't violate my cardinal rule of movies. The subtitles are clear and easy to read, and very pronounced. There's no Maggie. There's no segment whenever there's like a snowy background, you can't read the credits. I mean, not the credits, subtitles. But there's a scene where they're at the strip club, and all the girls get shot and killed, and the 2 girls, they're really hot in lingerie, come out shooting and stuff, and they say, you killed all our girls, and then they start speaking Russian, and then you see like one subtitle, and then you see like multiple subtitles topped on each other because they're speaking so fast. That was really clever, very funny. You couldn't read it, indistinguishable. I mean, they did that like twice, and it was very clever in the movie. And also, one thing about Hardcore Henry, he was, whenever all bad stuff came down, he was being turned into like a robot, and they were going to put his voice in, and it didn't happen. All the bad stuff came about, and in a way, I think it was a good idea that he didn't talk, because it might have hurt the movie. It's really awesome. I loved it. Like I said, if you get motion sickness, I don't know if you'd want to see it, because sometimes I know people complain about Blair Witch. They said shaky cam work made them nauseous, but this one is first person, using like GoPro cameras and really expensive cameras. And apparently Indiegogo campaign too, believe it or not. And like I said, if it kind of, when I got on, I felt a little bit weird. I'd kind of screwed up my sense of direction somewhat, but I love the movie all the way. It's fantastic. And the one main villain, he had like these psychic powers and stuff like that. He's very flamboyant, but very entertaining. The whole movie is great, but it's nuts. It's insane. over the top violence, over the top action, a decent amount of comedy in it too. I mean, people were telling how violent Deadpool was. This is far more violent than Deadpool. I give Hardcore Henry a full-on 10 out of 10. And then we went on to Crowley's, probably the most expensive meal I've ever reviewed on the channel. So I hope you watch that too. Until next time, everybody, please take care, my Legion. Hardcore Henry is awesome. Take care.